afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. It's all about the young police from Jamaica. See Young Police Channel. Big up yourself. Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action, speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have go inside this description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police Channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you will see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yeah, as you know that, I am the most bad mind YouTuber on YouTube, yes. And, I hate criminals with a passion. And I will always, keep repeating that mantra because criminals are parasites, There's no glory in celebrating somebody who they claim that is a bad man or done and all of these things. These people are parasites. When somebody has to defend your life, that is totally different. But people who violate other people's rights, they are not supposed to be celebrated as heroes. These are people who should be shamed. So today we're going to talk about a man, Vybz Kartel, Adidja Palmer, David Brooks, Nevada, and Popcorn. Yes, that's a little midget from St. Thomas. That one who has been funneling all kind of problems in Jamaica. He's the one that who had brought some guns to Portland during the election. Yeah, that little midget, Popcorn. So, someone who was very close to Courtad had contacted yours truly and asked how Courtad could get the American government to ban Vybz Kartel, Nevada, that is David Brooks, and Popcorn out of America for life, because these are people who are affiliated and have close relationship with Vybz Kartel. Remember that Vybz Kartel had sends gunmen to kill Courtad and his wife Shamara. One of the attackers was killed and the other gunman, Country Black's, escaped. He was killed later. And we'll go back and give you some history about some people from East Kingston who are involved in the killing. And that Spragga Benz, the man who had received the hit to kill the boat tads, the boat Courtad, that man was killed. Yeah, man, he's dressing in slippers and all that. This was a Don. He was very, very close to Roach. That's the same Roach that Vybz Kartel killed. And it was Spragga Benz people, Spragga Benz, the same Rasta. It was Spragga Benz people who killed they send T-Pain to kill the man who had got the contract to kill Kurtad and Shamara. And the video is on YouTube. If you go to Vybz Kartel playlist and the Jamaica Young Police channel, you will find some very important information about this man. Vybz Kartel, I do believe in redemption, but not when people, you kill people, especially in the way that this man has operated. You understand? So we're pulling back the curtains on dancehall's darkest secrets. For too long, many of you, a DJ Asim Palmer, better known as Vybz Kartel, as just a dancehall superstar, a lyrical genius whose music shaped a generation. But beneath the beats and bravado lies a web of murder, intimidation, gang violence, and targeted assassination attempts that have scarred countless lives. Today we are not here to talk about music or popularity. We are here to talk about truth, justice, and accountability. We are here to speak for Kurtad and his wife Shamara, who both survived assassination attempts allegedly orchestrated by cartels associates. We are here to speak for Clive Lizard Williams, whose life was brutally ended and whose family still grieves. And we are here to demand action to urge the United States government to ban not only Vybz Kartel, but every Jamaican artist with known criminal ties from setting foot on American soil. Because in criminality, in business, once you take away the money from them, the financial resources, you're hampering them. Most of these so-called artists in Jamaica, they are all criminals, majority of them. If they are not involved in cocaine trade, they are involved in gun running and killing of other Jamaicans. These people are merchants, are debt merchants. So the victims, we're talking about Corey and Shamara Tad in this instance. Corey Tad was no ordinary man in the dancehall scene. An American entrepreneur who fell in love with Jamaica and invests heavily in its culture. Tad was one Vybz Kartel's business partner. Together, they launched a widely popular street vibe run. But when their relationship soared in 2011, Tad's life became a living nightmare. On December 13th, 2014, while closing his nightclub Taboo in Montego Bay, Kurtad was shot in the arm by a gunman hired for $1 million, $1 million Jamaican dollar. A licensed firearm holder in Tad's company, it was a police officer, half-duty police officer in Tad's company, managed to shot and kill the attacker, 29-year-old Corey Grant. The police officer recovered a Glock 17 pistol at the scene. Then, fast forward after 4 years, the wife, Corey's wife, Shamara Tad, was ambushed in Kingston along Mullines Road while driving her Mercedes-Benz SUV. Motorcycle gunmen opened fire. Bullets tore through her vehicle, causing her to lose control and crash into a wall. She was rushed to hospital in critical condition. Even more horrifying is what happened next. While she was lay bleeding to death, the parasites, the depraved Jamaican bystander robbed her, taking cash, jewelry instead of calling for help. Only one good Samaritan came to her aid. This was on Mullines Road, And you know what kind of community is that? These were not random acts of violence. Police investigations pointed to coordinated hits, the kinds That don't happen without organization, money, and intent. And the thread that ties them all together lead back to the circus surrounding DJ Palmer, aka Vybz Kartel. Kartel's war against law and order, the Isaiah Lang story. If you think this is just about a personal feud gone wrong, think again. Vybz Kartel's pattern of intimidation and violence has extended far beyond his inner circle. One of his biggest targets, Isaiah Lang, a former detective, name-brand police officer and promoter of Sting, Jamaica's biggest dancehall concert. Kartel didn't just criticize Lang. He launched a full-blown media campaign to discredit him. And Cliff Hughes and other programs to interview. Yes, before I start today's video, I'm just asking you, members of the Jamaica Young Police channel, to subscribe to this channel. United we win, that divided we lose. Because once we unite as a people, they can't beat us. It doesn't matter who they are. They can't oppress us or brainwash us with their lies to tell us that up is down and down is up. We know that in this world, most people worship money, but we worship God. Because money is only of this world. And people hate you when you speak the truth. So, moving on. Use songs and public appearances. He painted Lang as a villain, manipulating gullible fans into believing that Lang was somehow responsible for his legal troubles. So I want to say, boy, all I'm trouble him I got through when him charged with murder for kill Lizard and Boss and all of these people. I want to say Lang not that responsibility for him action. But let's set the record straight. Isaiah Lang was a patriot and a protector. Some people would beg to differ, say other things about him, in which I'm not going to repeat what people say because I don't believe in propaganda, if you understand. A police officer who put his life on the line to keep Jamaica safe. I personally witnessed how Lang's leadership and safety measures transform violent communities into places where families could breathe easier. Because I had experienced it growing up in Concrete Jungle. When he was there at Admiral Town Police Station, people love him. Some people say my labor right, some say my PNP. But the PNP them say my labor right because them say him, apart from Tom Levine, them say him kill the most PNP gunmen him. Them say Lang Tony you with Benji, Calvin Benjamin, apart from Tom Levine, them kill the most PNP gunmen in Jamaica. So them say my labor right. So when you fight crime, and because there are people who are aligned to a certain politics, them label you. Kartel's attack weren't about justice. They were about diverting attention from his own crimes. So it's a trail of blood from Lizard to Kurtad. At the heart of Kartel's criminal empire lies one of the most infamous murders in Jamaica's recent history. The brutal killing of Clive Lizard Williams in 2011. And we'll talk to the detective who was able to prevent them from demolishing the house up there in Meadowbrook. Clive Lizard Williams was allegedly killed after failing to return to illegal firearms, in which that was Smokes in Mirror. The other man is still alive. He's living somewhere in America. That's a witness. The one, the other one that he escaped and returned, and the dog, Vybz Kartel dog, beat him. But it wasn't anything about guns. Why they killed Clive Lizard Williams is because Clive Lizard Williams had caught Vybz Kartel behind Sean Storm. And Sean Storm was mourning like a cow. That is what the information we had received and obtained. And we have no reason to disbelieve it. Because as we said before, and we say again, my cousin was very, very close to Vybz Kartel. Wayne Porter, that is John Wayne, them call him John Wayne a Waterford. Bright boy, but most corrupt bunkers and dirty bungle. And the police were sending him to the departure lounge. Yeah, you understand? I know him well. Him joined the force after years truly. You understand? And we tell you some other things about that police officer too, because Rev from the 90s crew in St. Elizabeth used to use my cousin John Wayne to kill people. And the same police officer who had to send John Wayne to the departure lounge, Rev has used another police officer from information received who is related to me to try to kill the same police officer who had sent John Wayne to the departure lounge and shot him. And that police officer is still serving. I don't know why they never charge him, all kind of things. But we'll get into that and let you hear about that. So Clive Lizard, it was nothing to do with guns. Nothing. It was because Lizard has seen Vybz Kartel up there behind Sean Storm. And Sean Storm was moaning behaving like a cow. So Rear Admiral behavior, Timon behavior, and that's why they kill him. Nothing to do with any gun, because the guns that they claim that is what Vybz Kartel, they know where the guns were, so they used that as a diversion to kill them, to kill Lizard, to shut him up. Because for back then, if people know that you're a Rear Admiral or Timon, that would a big thing that to your character and your credibility in the criminal underworld. No, that's a normal thing. That's not nothing now. Be a Timon in Jamaica and nothing, because I see them vote for Isaac Buchanan, a man who's HIV positive. Isaac Buchanan cock up him body in a year and take it like a girl. Him not a problem, just like the other girl, brother named Andrea Stevens. You understand? I saw them stay, them have, I don't know, they have for them life. A man free to do what man for do. So the detail of the murder were so gruesome and so compelling that a jury convicted Kartel and 3 co-defendants. Yet despite the overwhelming evidence, despite witness testimony, and despite this conviction for murder, many worship Vybz Kartel as a hero. This cult-like loyalty has emboldened Kartel and his associates to continue terrorizing their enemies, even from behind bars. Kartel and his wife being prime examples, and while Kartel was behind bars, his network of violent enforcers remain active, continue to spread fear and chaos. So the US national security risk, why America must act. So now let's get to the heart of the matter. Why should the United States care? The answer is simple. Public safety and national security. Kartel is an American citizen. He was targeted for assassination and foreign by men linked to Vybz Kartel, who at the time was a convicted murderer. His wife, who was an American citizen also, was nearly killed in a brazen daylight attack. We have done the video about it to tell you the name of the people. This isn't just Jamaica's problem anymore. It's an American problem too. By allowing artists like Vybz Kartel, David Brooks, that's Mavada, Popcorn, or his affiliates to remain in the United States to perform, tour, live, or profit from their fame, America sends a dangerous message. That is acceptable to profit from violence and murder. That the US will turn a blind eye to assassination attempts against its citizens abroad. That convicted killers and their associates can use American stages to launder their reputations and money. This is unacceptable. The United States has long banned foreign nationals with ties to organized crime, terrorism, or violence. The same principle must apply here. So the time for silence is over. If you are watching this, you are a part of the solution. Here's what you can do. And we tell Corey Todd and his wife, contact your congressional representative. That means anywhere you live, your zip code. Go to the congressional US representative.gov and type in your zip code and find a representative in Florida and your Congress people them. Write what happened to you in Jamaica. Remember, David Brooks and Popcorn are affiliates of Vybz Kartel. Popcorn, that little midget, is a trouble in Jamaica, problem. Especially in Portland, importing this criminality, and he was a part of the Rear Admiral team down there with Isaac Buchanan. Contact your congressional representative and demand that the State Department and Department of Homeland Security investigate Jamaican artists, these Jamaican artists with ties, and deny them to stay on American soil. Sign petitions calling for visas ban on anyone linked to violent criminal organization in the dancehall industry. Share this information far and wide. Let the world know that the glitz and glamour of dancehall often hide a trail of blood and intimidation. When we say boycott event and music from artists known to associate with violent gangs, your money should not fund their murder and terror. But some of them even all fund the artists them we are promote all rape. Girl, I'm serious, me forget it tonight. I forget a body even by a gunpoint. But because them can't think, and I see them, boy, one, my labor right and in bad mind. So the bigger picture, separating music from him. Let's be clear. This is not an attack on Jamaican culture, reggae or dancehall. Music is a powerful tool for change, and Jamaica's musical heritage has inspired the world. But music must never be used as a shield for murderers, extortionists, and gunmen. When we glorify individuals like Vybz Kartel without knowledge, acknowledging their crime, we send a dangerous message to young people that violence is power. That murder can be excused if the music is good, and that intimidation is an acceptable business tactic. We cannot and must not allow this culture of impunity to continue. Greed is not just about money. It's a toxic cocktail of hate, envy, disrespect, bad mind, jealousy, and arrogance. These are the forces that drive men like Vybz Kartel, David Mavada Brooks, the midget Popcorn, forces that turn talent into terror. But there's another way, a way where we celebrate artists who will uplift communities, not those who destroy them. A way where justice is prioritized over hype. A way where America and Jamaica stand together against violence and corruption. So Corey Todd and his wife, Shamara, should not have lived in fear because of their past business dealings. Clive Lizard Williams' family should not have to mourn in silence while his killer is idolized. And the Americans should not have to worry that their stages will be used by foreign criminals to profit from blood money. We owe it to the victims, we owe it to justice, and we owe it to future generations to draw the line here and now. It is time to say no more visas, no more platforms, no more glorification of murderers. It's time for the United States of America to ban Adija, Vybz Kartel Palmer, David Mavada Brooks, the midget Popcorn, and every artist linked to violent crime, this violent empire permanently, because these people are the merchants of death. So what's Corey need to, a letter to send to his congressional representative, he can, to his honorable senators or representative and put the name, the request for immediate congressional action, permanent visa ban on foreign nationals linked to violent criminal activity. So, you would put in it, we write to you today as American citizens and parents living in the state of Florida, whose lives have been forever altered by violence orchestrated by foreign criminal elements. And they will put our names are Corey and Shamara Todd, and we are survivors of 2 separate assassination attempts carried out by individuals linked to Adidja Asim Palmer, also known as Vybz Kartel, a convicted murderer and leader of a violent criminal network in Jamaica, who was released by the court, in which they claim his technicalities, in which this because they judge them collect money in a brown paper bag, corruption. In 2014 and again in 2018, we narrowly survived attempts on our lives in Jamaica. Attacks that were widely reported in the media and investigated by Jamaican law enforcement. Mr. Palmer and his associates made clear their intentions to kill us both. During one of these attacks, a gunman was paid approximately $1 million to assassinate Corey, and during another, Shamara was shot multiple times while driving, leaving her critically injured. These traumatic events have left us physically scarred, emotionally traumatized, and living with the constant fear that the same individual who tried to kill us may once again seek to finish what he started. Our greatest fear today is that the man responsible for orchestrating those attacks and members of his network are now present in South Florida, in close proximity to where we live and where our children go to school. This is not just a source of anxiety. It is a daily overwhelming fear that we could be targeted again. We live with heightened security concerns, recurring nightmares, and the psychological toll of knowing that the very people who try to murder us could walk the same streets as our children. As citizens of the United States of America, the nation we love and call home, we're asking for your urgent intervention. We are requesting that you introduce and support legislative and administration actions that will permanently ban Adidja Vybz Kartel Palmer and all his known associates involved in violent criminal activities from entering or residing in the United States. Direct the Department of Homeland Security, the State Department, and the Department of Justice to investigate any visa or residency claims by individuals connected to these criminal networks. 3. Ensure that America remains a safe haven for its citizens, not a refuge for violent foreign criminal gangsters whose music and business fronts and entertainment visas to further their criminal enterprises. We firmly believe that our peace of mind and safety of our children are far more important than the presence of any foreign entertainer or associated link to organized crime. The United States has long maintained policies barring entry to terrorists. We firmly believe that our peace of mind and safety of our children are far more important than the presence of any foreign entertainer or associate linked to organized crime. The same standard must apply here. The United States has long maintained policies barring entry to terrorists, human traffickers, and cartel members. The same standard must apply here. These individuals are no different. They use their influence and music to spread violence, intimidation, and criminality across borders. So, senators, representative, last name, we are not writing this letter out of anger, but out of desperation. We have suffered enough physically, mentally, and emotionally, and we are pleading with you to help ensure that no other American family endure what we have. Our children deserve to grow up in peace, free from fear, and we deserve to rebuild our life without constantly looking over our shoulders. We respectfully request a meeting with your office to provide further details and documentation, including police report, media coverage, and personal accounts of the attempts on our lives. So thanks for your time, your service, and your commitment to protecting American families. We place our trust in your leadership to help us secure justice and safety we desperately need it. And sincerely, Koretad, Shemarotad, and you understand. So they can prepare them letter, and we put it there for them to them Senator Rick Scott, the U.S. House of Representative who represent the district where them live and them zip code, and send off them letter there to make them ban all of them artists who are involved in a criminality and associated with the Vybz Kartel. Because you can't reward people who commit crime. And especially people who try to kill you and live in your own country where you born. Quarter the American and born in America. All this. You understand? We don't like criminal. We don't care who the guy or who the girl. And we don't care who officer or bad man. Yeah, we don't like criminal, period. From you kill people. So have yourself a beautiful day. And before we go, we're going to post this letter on the Jamaica Young Police .com website for Koretad and Shamara Tad for senator after them representative. All them have to do just fill in them name and anything them can call and we help them because we look here, we hate criminal with a passion, We can't tell you that we know say Spragga Benz, him soon gone to jail because you understand based on him and others were close to them. And many more. The midget popcorn shouldn't be here. Chronic law shouldn't be here either. Criminal them. All of them. Them not change. Because them believe them want people to afraid of them like them are God. Dumb is them. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.